Here you go. Come on, everybody, let's go. It's time. Like and share. Like and share, like and share. You on? You coming in?
Yep.
You guys are coming in? Come on. Like and share. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Welcome everyone to Come Up with the Prophet, our cooking edition, Cooking with the Prophet. We have a fantastic show. I need everybody to like and share, like and share. What are we looking at? What's the viewers looking like?
We got 7 so far.
Come on, you guys, like and share so we can get started. Let everybody know that Come Up with the Prophet is on. Today is our cooking segment. We are cooking today some homemade rice and beans, as well as some sweet plantains and empanadas, beef empanadas. Okay, how are we looking? They coming in?
Yep.
Good, they're coming in.
10.
All right, we're up to 10. Come on, you guys. Like and share.
Like and share.
Like and share. Come on, let's get going. You know, again, thank you guys for tuning in to Come Up with the Prophet. I have some live studio audiences and things like that. So, but you can see here, ain't nobody gonna get you on camera today. So again, I thank you guys for tuning in to Come Up with the Prophet. We have Pastor Smith is working the camera for me today. He did such an awesome job. The last cooking segment that we had. So again, like and share. Join me every Tuesdays. We'll Come Up with the Prophet. We're dealing with, not only are we dealing with cooking segments, we deal with some real life, which is keeping it real with the Prophet. Then we're also going to do Image Matters, where we'll do some makeup and we'll do some hair, some different things like that. You get to see some of the things that we're doing. Again, today is Come Up with the Prophet. Let's get started with the show. On today. Alrighty? So everybody knows that I always wash my hands all the time.
Yes. First and foremost, wash your hands.
Right? Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure it's really good. Today, you are going to need, we're good? The viewers are coming in, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, share this.
Like and share, like and share. Today, we're going to start with we're going to start with the things that you're going to need. You're going to need the Goya disc, which is 10 disc dough for turnovers and pastries. The seasonings that we're using today, we're using the seasoned oil. We're using garlic powder, crushed red peppers. This is also an awesome seasoning. It's tomato bouillon with chicken flavor, which is awesome. It's like the old school bouillon cubes, but it's actually in a powder form. We're also going to use black pepper. We're going to use also tomato paste.
Yes.
And we're going to use some sazon flavoring.
Sazon.
Okay. All right, we're doing good. How they looking? They're
Up to 9.
Huh? Oh, come on. I had more viewers last week. The last time I cooked. Come on. It must be because some of my people ain't on yet.
Y'all better get on here, New Destiny.
Let's start with and you're going to need some ground beef. Today I did the 73% lean and the 27% fat. You remember we was talking about that? The higher the percentage in the fat, the greasier it's going to be. Yep. Okay? So let's first of all, let's get going with the browning our meat first. I want to brown the meat first because
I don't see those hearts going.
I want to brown the meat first.
Or them thumbs up.
Because I want to
Thank you, Pastor Oliver. Trinita Griffin Jennings. Let's cook, Prophet.
All right, y'all ready? Okay.
I'll shout you out if you share.
Yep, please.
Hello,
like
Elder.
like and share.
Elder Caton.
Okay. Now, what we're going
Levette.
to do is we're going to take our ground beef and we're going to, you can move around too if you need to come over this way. We're going to put the ground beef and we're going to brown it. Okay. Now, I'm going to cook the whole...
Levette says she's ready.
Who?
I knew you ready.
Who, Levette?
Yeah.
Come on, Levette. You said you was waiting for this segment. We're going to
Hit that share button.
We're going to brown the ground beef. I'm going to let that get going because we're not going to, of course I'm not going to, again, wash your hands. It's very important that after you handle raw meat to consistently wash your hands. You don't want no You don't want no salmonella poison. Okay? Well, while that is getting going, I'm going to take, we're going to start also the rice. Now, the key thing to rice, a lot of people mess up with rice. You have rice that's too mushy. You got rice that's too just out of the wall. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take with the rice. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to take with the rice. I'm going to add some oil to the pan, to the pot. I'm going to allow that to, then I'm going to take your plain white rice. Now, I like parboiled rice. For some reason, to me, it just cooks a lot better with the parboiled.
Good job, y'all. Y'all getting these numbers up. Come on, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Coming up?
Yeah,
all right.
15.
Now, I have a measuring cup. I'm going to do 4 cups of rice. Now, the key thing to making good rice is you're going to use double the water for every cup. So, in other words, if I use 4 cups of water, 4 cups of rice, I'm going to use 8 cups of water. I use 2 cups of rice. I use 2 cups of rice. I'll use 4 cups of water. Now, I want to also make aware that it does not matter if you use in cups. You can just say 2 cups of these, 2 cups of rice will make 4 cups of water. Or, some of you might cook with a bowl. You want to do the same thing. 2 bowls of rice, 4 bowls of water. Now, as this is cooking, every so often you're gonna see me come over and mix the
that meat,
the ground beef. Okay. Now, as this is starting to cook and brown, let's go back to the rice. Come on, like and share, people. You're gonna come over here. You're going to put, again, I'm using.
Let's see those hearts going.
4 cups of rice. Now, of course, we don't want this rice.
There we go. I see it going now.
We don't want the rice to be white rice. We're gonna make this like a yellow rice. So you're gonna put the rice in the pan. Now you're going to take 2 packets of your Sazon seasoning.
Sazon.
Okay, 2 packs. Do you see what I'm doing?
Throw it up.
Now, you're now going to add. You're going to add approximately a tablespoon of tomato paste.
Tablespoon.
Okay.
I know, right, Pastor Oliver?
You guys are with me?
Hey, Missionary Dottie, how you doing?
You're gonna add 2.
Shout-outs.
You're gonna add 2.
De Niro, Palmer.
Hello, De Niro. How are you? We're gonna use 2. We're gonna use 1 tablespoon of paste. I'm gonna do a little bit more. 2 tablespoons of the paste inside your oil with your rice. Now again, I don't want this to burn, so I'm gonna continue to mix this. Okay.
What's what?
That's a who?
Steven Dominic says, sorry I'm late, but what's on the menu?
Tonight we are fixing homemade empanadas. We have some rice and beans, and we have some sweet plantains. Now I like to do a lot of different types of food. You'll probably notice. Let's go back over here and look at this rice. Now you're going to take your rice and you're going to mix it with your tomato paste. And now as you can see, it's starting to get a almost like an orange. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Now, what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to also add a little bit of garlic powder. Now, some of y'all will say how much. You can use that to your discretion because, of course, you know garlic powder is not salty. And I'm going to use some onion powder. Okay? And then I'm going to use some black pepper. Okay? Then we're going to mix this around. As you can see, it's starting to get like an orange consistency. Now, let me go back over here, y'all, because I don't want this to burn. We're browning this rice. I mean this beef. How we doing on viewers, you guys?
Up to 18.
Good. Let's go. Keep going, y'all.
Keep it going. Keep liking and sharing, y'all.
Like and share. Like and share. Let's get these viewers up. This is Coming Up with the Prophet. I'm trying to help you guys with a low salt diet, a low salt types of food and things of that nature. And this is not really going to take long at all. Okay? Let's go back over here. Now, what we're going to do with this rice is, now that you see that it's in the pan with the oil, you're going to, now it's time to do the amount of water. And remember, I said we're going to double the amount of water to your rice. So again, if it's 2 cups of rice, it's 4 cups of water. If it's 4 cups of rice, it's 8 cups of water. So this particular time, we're going to use 8 cups. We're going to use 8 cups and a little bit more. The reason why we're going to use a little bit more is for our red beans. So I'm using 8 cups of water, and I'm going to add an extra cup just because we're putting beans in our rice. So it's 8. So altogether is 9 cups of water. Okay? How are we doing on viewers? Good? Good. Come on, let's keep it going. Now, what we're going to do with this now is we're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to bring that to a boil. Uncovered. Let's go back over here to our beef. Let's begin to mix this beef up really well until you see no pink. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not into that too much, ground beef being pink. I know some people that don't mind it, but I'm not into it.
Cook it all the way.
Okay. So again, we're getting this to a nice brown consistency. Now, I don't recommend that you season your beef until you drain the oil. I don't like leaving a lot of oil in ground beef. So again, I want to use the beef. Now, you can also, if you do not like, if you don't like beef, you can use ground turkey. You can also do like a shredded chicken. But today we're using, you're gonna use the ground beef. You can also add some ground sausage. And I'll show you what that looks like. You can get this ground turkey sausage by Jenny O, whoever she is. but this is really good. Now, if you notice, I don't ever cook with pork. The Lord took me off of pork many years ago. So everything that you see, or when you follow me, I cook nothing with pork. I don't use no scavenger, no shellfish, or anything else of that nature. I haven't eaten pork or seafood. Pork, I haven't eaten pork in maybe, I would have to say maybe 30 years plus. No pork. Shellfish and scavenger is over 20 years. God had taken me off of, shellfish and scavenger. So again, I find that there are a lot of alternate things that you can eat. So for all of you guys that are, trying to go with something a little lesser than your pork and your shellfish. So, all right, now as we see this, we're going to put this aside. I'm just switching eyes. Let's go and pour off this oil. How are we doing on viewers?
21.
Good. Any questions?
21.
Any questions?
Any questions? Let's see. I'm trying to scroll up. I'm gonna have to use my phone to look at it too.
Alrighty. Let's pour. We're pouring off the oil.
Well, while we're waiting,
go ahead.
With some of the stuff that y'all want to see Prophet cook? That's my question.
Okay.
Why don't you drop that in the comments?
Alrighty. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the beef and we're going to add again. Now we drained off all the water, the oil. I'm sorry. Now let's go over here to our table. To our counter, and we're going to chop a onion. We're going to chop an onion.
Yes. And
Okay.
services got to have the all.
Okay.
No dry service.
Now you see, I'm very picky when it comes to onions, so excuse that. All right, we're going to chop our onions, and I like to chop them up fairly small, only because I don't know. To me, it just cooks up. It cooks a little faster, and I don't know. I just don't like when I chew my food or bite my food. I don't like too much. I like it all to be in a fork. If it's more than a fork, I don't like it. So again, we want to chop this onion up. You want to be very consistent with your onion because you don't want some pieces bigger than the others because they're going to all cook different. And we want everything to cook pretty evenly. Okay?
All right, so we got some suggestions
Yes.
of what people want to see.
What they want to see.
Apostle Lanier says he wants to see eggplant lasagna.
Oh, I know how to do that. Yeah, he still remember that? I still know how to fix eggplant parmesan. Yeah.
Elder Devon says Ricky asked for chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
Elder Green said baked macaroni with cheese.
We did that last week, Elder. Go tune back in and watch that segment.
Missionary Dottie says stuffed shells.
Okay.
Elder Green says fried chicken.
Okay.
William Evangelist Majors Brown says just cooking with the prophet.
Just cooking
So
with
I
the
guess
prophet. Let's
everything.
go. Alrighty. All right. So now, as we see here, we have our onions pretty much in a rough cut. They're all pretty much becoming the same size. So now what we're going to do now, we want to put this in here at this time because again, we don't want our onions really soft. I don't cook chitlins, y'all. And the reason why I don't cook no chitlins, I don't eat pork. And so, this is, I just don't eat pork. So a lot of my food and everything that I do, and it's still some of it is Southern cooking. I cook all kinds of different foods, but it's Southern cooking, but it's porkless. And believe me, it tastes fantastic. I won't tell you no lie. Okay, while I'm getting that together, I'm going to preheat the oil for the empanadas, so that won't take time. So that won't take all day. Okay, and we're gonna heat your You can either do it the old-fashioned way, where the pot of oil on a stove. I have a deep fryer, and that's going to be set to 375. Now, let's take our onions, and we're going to now put our onions in our ground beef, like this. Okay? We're going to rinse this off because we're going to need this again. We're going to need this again for our sweet plantains. Okay? Excellent. Alrighty. Sorry. Now what we're gonna add to our beef, we're gonna add black pepper. Now, it's a smidgen. Trust me, when my cookbook come out, you guys, I'm gonna measure these stuff out for you. We're gonna add garlic powder.
Yeah, that was what Lavette said. She said, "Wait, are you going to post the recipes?"
These particular recipes, I'm gonna try to, but eventually, we're gonna have a cookbook called Cooking with the Prophet, and a lot of my recipes are going to be in that particular cookbook. We're going to now take 2 packs of, again, sazon.
Sazon.
And you're gonna sprinkle it
Sazon.
on top. Now wait a minute. We're gonna add something a little bit extra to it. Now, sazon, I like it because it's like a seasoning, but it does not add, the sodium intake is not bad at all, and it has no cholesterol. So now, what we're going to do with this now, we're gonna add a smidgen of our crushed red peppers.
Just a smidge.
Not too much. If I was cooking for me and some of my other family members, they like spicy food. I love spicy food, but my daughter, she can't stand it. Now, what we're going to do is, you remember, you guys, how are we doing on viewers? We lost viewers?
We're at 16.
Okay. Like and share. All right, you're going to take...
Pastor Oliver says she wants to see tuna casserole.
Okay. I'll do a tuna casserole for you, sugar. All right, we're going to take the tomato bouillon with chicken flavor. Again, it's in a powder form. You're going to use 2 tablespoons of the bouillon, tomato chicken flavor. Then we're going to bring this again to a nice mix. As you can see, it's starting to get like a little seasoning look to it, like an orangish color. You want that because, again, this is your stuffing for the empanadas. Okay, this is your stuffing for the empanadas.
Empanadas, rice and beans.
Empanadas, rice and beans,
plantain.
and sweet plantains. Or like the way they are, plátanos. Rice and plátanos. Okay, you want to do that, and so again, as you can see, we're gonna have this to cook down some, and again, you can add a little bit, a teaspoon of your tomato paste. Then you're going to mix and allow this to cook on pretty much high flame, medium to high flame. Okay? Now, let's go over and to our counter because we're gonna do some more at the counter. Any questions?
Let's see. Somebody said, "What's up with the hat on in the kitchen?"
Who is that?
Stephanie Lowe.
Stephanie Lowe. What's up with the hat on in the kitchen? Because I have my hair ain't fixed. My hair ain't fixed, and I'm a cool prophet, y'all.
My sister said you got to keep your head covered. No
Yes.
hair on the food.
No hair on the food.
I like that. Y'all know how I get about hair.
No hair in the food, y'all. But again, this is coming up with the prophet. We have some awesome, fantastic things coming up. I will be in Brooklyn, New York, the second week in December. November. Sorry.
February.
In February, there it is. Second week in February, the second Tuesday in February in Brooklyn, New York on Atlantic Avenue. You can follow me on Prophet Evan Majors Ministries page, on my own personal page, which is Evan Prophetic Majors. We're doing some things like that. We're having a conference coming up. But again, let's get back to cooking, you guys. Again, you can follow me with that. Let's go. Okay, now these are your sweet plantains. Now, plantains come in green and they come in like this brown flavor. The browner it is, the sweeter it is. Okay? And so I want you guys to really focus in on they're actually very easy to cook. But right now we're gonna get to this in a second. We're going to get our disc ready for the stuffing. Now, with your disc, you want to have a pretty dry surface. And with the dry surface, you need a dry surface because you're going to add your flour. Let's make sure, let's see where, there we go. We're still waiting on our oil to heat up. You're gonna add the flour to your
Blessings, Dextavius. Empanadas.
Yep, we're cooking
Rice and beans and plantain.
Yep.
Morgan.
Sweet
that's
plantains.
What's being made.
Okay. Now, we're going to trust me. Look, dinner is almost ready. It does not take a lot at all to fix this. How long have we been on?
Let's see. 28 minutes.
How many?
28 minutes.
Listen, we've been on 28 minutes. We done already got our rice together. Let's go and take a look at the rice. Come on. Now, as you can see, the rice is kind of yellow. That's exactly what we want. And you see some of the water is starting to go down. We want to get this down to where it's almost like our water is not all the way gone out, but we can start to see some of the rice, because that's when we want to add our beans to it. Because if we add our beans beforehand, like while it's boiling so much, the beans are going to cook and get very mushy. We don't want that. So we want to add our beans close towards the end of the process, right before we steam the rice down and get it really tender. Okay? Now.
Blessings, John.
Okay, this heating up nice. Okay.
Hey, Nisha.
We're going to now
Holy food.
We're going to take our empanadas, our disc, which is again, it's our Goya disc. You get them from like Walmart, any of your local stores that in a frozen food section.
Or if you're in New York, the bodega.
Yep. For it's like literally like maybe like $1 and change. They come frozen. You want them to be thawed out. You want them to be fully thawed out. You're going to now lay them on your floured
Who's recording?
You're gonna lay
Me.
them. You want to lay them on your I'm sorry, I got distracted. You want to lay them on your floured situation here. Your floured top. Now what we're going to do is we want to take our beef mix here, and we want to start to fill these discs. And how we're going to do that, I'm about to show you. Okay, we're here. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. You're going to take a disc. You're going to put maybe, I got a soup spoon full. Put it right in the middle. Maybe like a spoon and a half. And then you're going to take one end of your empanada disc, fold it in half all the way to the end, all the way to the end, all the way to the end. And you're going to pinch it with your fork. I think I probably used a little bit too much more flour than I would have liked to have used. You want to seal it. Now, if you don't want to seal it with a fork, you can pinch it with your hands. That's up to you. And again, this is not going to take long at all because your ground beef is already finished. So we're just preparing some of these.
Darius Porter said, "Cooking classes. Wait, what's the recipe, Apostle? I'm late."
Okay, we're making beef empanadas with sweet plantains and rice and beans, and you're gonna need ground beef. You're gonna need some onions. There's something. Go back and look, y'all. Let's go over to the rice. I hear it. All right, now do you see what I'm talking about? How a lot of the water is starting to
Oops.
What is you doing? Okay, but it's not dead, so you can take the cord out. All right. Now you see how the rice is starting the water's starting to leave. You want to take your beans now, and I have red beans. I like to drain the juice out of them, and I like to pour the red beans in with the rice. Again, you want to drain the water out of the beans. I use 2 cans. This is going to feed 10 plus people, and that's with 4 cups of that's with 4 cups of rice. Okay. At this time, you want to add some chopped onions, dried chopped onions. Now I like a lot of onions, so you see what I did? Okay. Then you're going to mix. See that? Now that the water is draining out, you want to put your fire down to about medium. And then now you want to cover it, and you want to cover it until all of it goes away. Okay? Come on, let's come back over here. Now as you can see, we have one already finished. We are almost through, everybody. You're almost through. Okay? We're good. You guys like and share, please. Okay? How are we looking? You guys still with me?
Yeah, Pastor Oliver said, "I hear the anointed oil popping."
All right, you want to take a spoonful. Now, let's do a spoon and a little bit, I call it. But now we're gonna We're gonna take this up just a little bit. And we're gonna add some shredded Colby Monterey cheese. Shredded Colby Monterey Jack cheese to the beef. Okay? So we're gonna pinch it, not too much. Put it in the middle. Then you're gonna fold it to seal it. Okay? Now, you do not want to over stuff them, because then you're gonna have a problem with closing them, and we don't want them to leak out too much when we put them in the deep fryer, or when you drop them in the oil, whatever way. You don't have to get a have a deep fry. You can do it the old-fashioned way, with just some oil on top of the stove. Again, about a spoonful of your ground beef. It can also be ground turkey, or you can add some ground sausage to it. Okay. Now you can also add ground some green peppers and those types of things to it. I forgot to pick some up from the market, but I would generally add that to it. Now let's go over here and drop them in a deep fryer.
Okay, we got some questions.
Yes.
All right. Just scroll up because it's harder to see it this way. Pastor Oliver said, "Would you ever do one with steak?"
I don't know. I probably should try. I probably could do it with steak. Never tried it with the steak before. Okay, now as you can see, we dropped them in, and we're gonna just drop them in oil and allow that to fry up. Now, just for cooking purposes, let's start our plantains. Let's start our plantains. Now, here we go. On some oil on top of the stove, you're going to put a coating of oil, not too much, y'all. You don't want a lot of vegetable oil, just to coat the pan. You don't want to fry these, but you want to just coat the pan with some vegetable oil like this. Okay? You want that? I'm gonna put a little. Actually, it's a little bit more than a coating. You know, a little bit more than a coating. So I guess you would say about maybe like a centimeter of oil. You want this to get hot. Okay? Now, come on, let's look at the empanadas. We're good? You want to flip them. Look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. See? So you cook them on the other side. They don't take long to cook at all. Let's come over here and deal with the sweet plantains. Okay. With the
Somebody asked, can you use butter?
I've never used butter, to be honest with you, with the sweet plantains. I do use the oil though. So I really don't know. You want to take and you want to do a nice little slit, not too much, to peel to expose the banana. Now you want the plantains to be dark, because that's how you know that they're ripe and sweet. Now some people cook with the green ones; those are still good as well. But if this particular one is more of a sweet plantain. Now you're going to take the plantain and you're going to I cut them on a diagonal like this, and I don't cut them too thick and I don't cut them too thin. See?
Almost at 30 views. Come on, y'all.
Here we go.
Like and share. Share
See
and
this?
like.
Now, once we get this going, you see, I have my plantains, and they smell absolutely delicious. They smell really sweet. We're gonna come over here, and we're gonna release our disc out of the oil. Now,
Yes.
again, we're going to let this sit for a while because we want that oil. We don't want a lot of oil. We don't want a lot of oil. And you know, that's just not good for you. Let's check our temperature of our oil.
Trip.
I kind of sometimes I test it, you know, with either the flour that's on my hand already or a little bit of water to see if it pops. As you can see, our rice and beans are actually cooking very well. We're gonna keep that covered. Yeah, this is really well. So now you're gonna take your plantains and you're going to drop them in the oil. I probably could have had that a little bit more hot, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Any questions? Are you guys liking this? You love? Oh, I see some people loving it. I see some people loving it. Okay. Now, again, they're going to be slippery, so you got to be careful. Very slippery because they have a lot of sugar on, you know, the natural sugars that are on the plantains. Now, you want to get those to a nice, you want to brown those on both sides. It does not take long at all. It does not take long at all to brown, as you can see. See, I like to evenly brown mine, so you'll find that I'm going to flip these several times. There it is. There you are. There you are. There you are. There you are. Again, I probably could have used a little bit less oil. You probably just really need it coated a little bit. So am I saying something?
Yeah, Elder Devon said, wow, I've been deprived. I've never had plantains either.
Really?
Aww.
Really? As you can see, those are cooking up really lovely. Let's come on over here. Let's make a couple more of these empanadas. Now, if I wasn't cooking on live with you guys, I'd be done whisk through all of this. Let's do a little bit of cheese with this one. Flip it to seal it. See? Okay, you guys got that? We want to put this on our... Now, these are looking lovely. Put those here. And trust me, we're going to crack those open in a minute so you guys can see that. Let's put 3 more in here. And the crust is very flaky. It's awesome. These discs are fabulous. I'm pretty sure you can do like an apple fritter with these or something of that nature. Okay. There we go. You want to pinch this down because you want this to be sealed.
Seal it with a prayer.
I'm going to seal that. Okay. And even you probably can rub a little bit of water on the edges to seal them up real good. And again, you want to drop that down in the oil. Let's go back over here and look at our plantains. Alrighty, there we are.
Dextavia says it looks amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Elder Green said plantain are good.
See that? There we are. Oh, wow. Look at these.
Alicia says they are so amazing.
Now, look how pretty they're browning. Oh my gosh. They look phenomenal.
Evangelist Kia says I need that ASAP.
Okay, there we are. Hey Kia. Now look at that. You see
Oliver says yum.
Okay.
Yum.
As you can see, these are almost done. Everybody, we are almost done with our meal today. It took us all we did rice and beans, sweet plantains, our empanadas, and all in less than an hour. So you guys can do this at home. Again, fact, garlic helps with blood pressure. It can help lower your blood pressure. So I cook with a lot of garlic. And garlic is awesome because it's not salty, but it's very flavorful. I use minced garlic. I use garlic powders. I do not use garlic salts, but I use garlic powders, and I use minced garlic. Some of the things to get in your cabinet: black pepper, onion powder, seasoning. If you want to do some salt, use seasoning salt. I don't really carry a lot of the white salt, the iodized salt, only because a lot of the iodized salts are actually chemicals. And so if you like to use salt, a good awesome salt is pink Himalayan salt that does not have any chemicals in it, which is excellent and fabulous when it comes to your salt intake. Okay, come on, let's look over here. We are almost complete with this meal. Our plantains are browning up really, actually very nice. I like mine a little bit more browner. Some people like them light. I don't like them light. I like them almost like in this complexion here. Okay. You see this?
Asia Beckworth said, I just want some food. Wanda Brown says, I'm ready to eat now.
Look at this.
We have a question.
Yes.
Missionary Dottie says, and can you use the egg to keep them close?
Use eggs to keep what closed? Well, now I don't use a little egg because sometimes eggs makes things flaky, and I don't too much like things flaky. It's already flaky as it is. So eggs are good to make things flaky, but I don't use eggs to keep things to make the empanadas close. Okay, we are looking really good. Oh my God, look at our rice. Look at our rice. Our rice did not burn. It's not burnt. It's also not it's not mushy. Look at that. See that? It's not mushy.
Arthur Delaney said, when is the live show in studio so we can sample?
Listen, that's a matter of fact. I'll be willing to do a live show, but it's you'd have to pay, and it would be 4 people. 4 people for tickets.
4 lucky winners.
If you're interested in coming to Atlanta to come for a live taping, we're Cooking with the Prophet. You can email Prophet Evan Majors Ministries on Facebook and say that you're interested in getting tickets. Tickets will be around $20 that you could go for a live taping, and you would also include get something to eat with that, a plate of food. Okay, we are wrapping things up. Everyone, let's put this on a plate. Let's put this on a plate. How are we doing?
25.
Excellent. Now, what we're going to do with the plantains is we're going to put our plantains on a plate. And what I like to do is I like to put them on a plate like this.
Like so.
And we are almost through with everything. And I like to sprinkle just a tad bit of sugar on the top.
John wrote, I'm halfway there. Let's see.
You want to
Makai wrote smackable.
Oh, that's my son. He's crazy.
Bettina wrote, you know, back in the day we would have ate all that by ourselves.
Who?
Bettina.
Right. Right. Okay. Now we're coming to an end. We are coming to an end, everyone. I want to thank. Now, what I like to do, come on here. I like to put a little bit, just a little bit of granulated white sugar on the top and let that caramelize. Now, I like a lot of sugar. Y'all pay me no mind. Okay? We're going to put that on a plate. And here we have it. We have Profits. We have Profits, Empanadas, homemade rice and beans, and our plantains. Now, this is what it looks like when you open it. See that? See? Now, I think that's a plain one. Let's see if we got one with cheese. This is probably the one with the cheese in it. Yeah, yep, this one has the cheese in it. And the cream. Absolutely phenomenal. So, you guys follow me on Facebook. Cooking with the Prophet. Next week, just keep following. I don't know if I'm gonna cook again, or if we're gonna have Keeping It Real with the Prophet, or some makeup ideas and makeup tips. Again, this is Come Up with the Prophet. I'm Prophet Evan Majors. Please like and share this. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the inbox. God bless you. I love you. And again, God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. This is your year of Come Up.